retirement savings that families have, can force people to take equity out of their homes to meet the medical bills, can cause people to just drain every bit of savings they ever had in their life. One illness in a family, and we see all across America people at risk because of the system we have. Do you know that America right now spends $2.2 trillion a year on health care? Now, if all that money went for care for people, we'd actually have enough to meet all of our medical needs. But 31 cents on a dollar goes for the activities of a for-profit insurance system. Corporate profits, stock options, executive salaries, advertising, marketing, the cost of paperwork in the private insurance industry, 15 to 30% as compared to Medicare's 3%. That amounts to $660 billion a year that goes for, not for health care, but for a for-profit insurance industry that is not related to the care of the people. I've written a bill, along with John Conyers of Michigan, H.R. 676, a universal, single-payer, not-for-profit health care system that will take that $660 billion a year, put it into care, and suddenly, let me share with you, my friends, what we will have enough money for. We'll have enough money not only to cover all medically necessary care, but we'll have enough money for totally paid vision care, dental care, mental health care, prescription drugs, long-term care. The money's already there. It's all covered. The money's in the system today. No more premiums, no more co-pays, no more deductibles. The money that people were paying for premiums, co-pays, and deductibles goes into their pockets instead. We're already paying for a universal system of care. We're not getting it. We need to create a transition in this country away from control our health care system by these private insurers. Now, in this campaign for presidency, I see this as being the #1 domestic issue. Wherever I go around the country, everyone's budget is severely threatened by this. I don't care how much money you have. One illness in a family can break you financially. Why should people have to worry about that? Why should someone have to have a loved one get long-term care, go to a nursing home, and then fill out a financial statement? Here's the value of the home, and what's how much money we have in the bank. Here it is, and then the point at which your insurance runs out, then you start to have to sacrifice a lifetime of assets that you spent your whole life building up, your home, your savings, because there's an illness. We know that America can be so much better. We know that America has the capacity to be a great nation. And we know that America, which is a great nation, is an America which says that health care is a basic right in a democratic society. In the debate we had in Nevada 6 weeks ago on the issue of health care, two of my good friends who are also running for president said that their idea is this. They want to have the government subsidize the private insurers so that more people can be covered. And they call that universal health care. I want you to know that everyone running for president is for universal health care. Matter of fact, the insurance companies are for universal health care as long as the government is subsidizing them and causing the system of premiums, co-pays, and deductibles to exist. I'm letting you know that in this campaign for president, I intend to rally the American people on this issue of health care, and I need reports of Washington being what they are. I mean, even when you have people running for president saying, well, you know, we just can't do this. It's not doable. I mean, imagine running for president and saying, you know, I'm sorry, I can't fight. I can't take on those insurance companies. So why can I do it? No strings, that's right. No strings attached. And so, to have a president who is independent, who can challenge the interests, who can rally the American people, this is about connecting peace and prosperity. It's about taking America in a new direction. And this is why we're here this evening, to talk about the direction that we want to see America pursue. About what are our fondest dreams for this country. About what is it that we would like to imagine as the America of the next 4 years, 8 years, 12 years. What is it that we hope for with this nation we love? How can we take this nation we love and put it in a place of honor and respect for all people? How can we make sure that America is truly functioning for all in this country, that the economy works for all, that all systems in the country are truly dedicated to maintaining our liberties? These are questions I think about all the time. They're questions that have caused me to run for president. They're questions that have caused me to challenge my own party when my own party says, oh, we're going to have a democratic way of managing the war in Iraq. I say that we have the power to end this war by stopping the funding today, and we shouldn't have another penny. Constitution 101. Congress has the power of the purse. There's no war unless Congress appropriates the funds. Money is in the pipeline right now to bring the troops home. Or Congress can appropriate funds to keep the war going. What I've said at the beginning, and among our Democrats, is I've said, look, let's tell President Bush no more money for the war. That's it. Nothing. Done. Then he is forced to tell the government of Iraq, we are going to end the occupation, we're going to close the bases, we're going to bring our troops home, but it doesn't end there. We then have to create a new direction, set up a parallel process to reach out to the world community, in particular Syria, Iran, and nations of the region, to assist in creating a peacekeeping and security force which moves in as our troops lead. We have to change the direction of our diplomacy. We have to stop thinking that we have a right to occupy. And we have to say we have no right to Iraqi oil. That's their resource, not ours. My friends, let me take you for a moment inside a meeting of the Democratic caucus 1 month ago, because you'll find this being quite instructive. I raised the question, my fellow Democrats, how many of you have read the legislation that we're about to pass that would provide the President with funds to keep the war going? You say you want timetables, but how many of you have read this legislation? And then I asked, I said, do you know that there's a provision in this legislation which tells the Iraqi government that they have to move to pass a law that privatizes their oil wealth, and if they don't, the U.S. will pull the troops without providing for security and peacekeeping force to replace those troops? I asked my colleagues if they're aware of that. The response in the caucus was like a big, what? I said, oh yes, it's right here in the legislation.